Hi again, guys, and welcome back to Quite with a Y. I think that might be the intro we're stuck with. This is the second time I'm using it, so we'll see. Twitter is pretty much a part of my daily life. I check it way too much. I look at things way too often, and, it does make me laugh. I won't lie, but I think we generally agree that Twitter is, not a fun place to be on. And that's true. Just seeing the trending tab can be a real bummer, It really just, kills your mood, dog. Real buzzkill. I've taken to changing my trending to some random European country or Japan every now and then, so I don't speak the language that all the words are in, and I can be blissfully ignorant to what's happening. I also do that around times movies come out, so that I don't get it spoiled, because some people will just trend something that happened in it before I've seen it. I think that's the main annoyance I have with it, is the interconnectivity makes information travel too fast, whether I want to see it or not. That being said, as bad as Twitter is now, I still think we have it better than maybe it was when I first joined back in 2013 and for a few years after that. This is the dark age of Twitter. Twitter didn't used to be run by accounts with personality. These days, I have Justin Wang retweeting all the best shit on his timeline and curating all the funny bits for me to laugh at. It's great. It's I don't even need to follow people I think are funny. Justin will do the work for me. But back in the day, what counted as funny were 3 10 million follower accounts that would all post the same thing every day. One of them was called Dory. There was another thing that was just girl things or whatever. But it was these 3 accounts that I think were all run by the same person, and they would repost memes that were all dog shit, mind you. At least if memory serves. I might have laughed at them when I was really young. And they would just tweet and tweet and tweet absolute benign bullshit. It's like my Twitter, but worse. If you can imagine that. My Twitter is cancer, and it is absolutely painful to look at. Now imagine Dory the fish tweeting at you like that. To me, they were the best examples of how Twitter was run back then. It was nothing but gimmick accounts, except gimmick accounts didn't need to follow their gimmick to stay relevant. You would follow an account back then for one thing, maybe you laughed at one post or found one fact they posted interesting, and you'd follow them to get more of that, and instead of getting what you followed for, you just get them retweeting article after article about to some ad farming website, or you'd get them retweeting things from other gimmick accounts that had nothing to do with what you cared about. I think they started by using vaguely related tweets or similar accounts so that it wouldn't be an immediate turnoff. It'd be oh, if you like our tweets, you might like this other person's tweets. Until it slowly devolved until I think they just started retweeting straight porn at certain points. These days, if you are a gimmick account and if you don't stick to your gimmick, you get absolutely lambasted. Just pooned in the asshole. I remember that Gen Z account I got a lot of my content from was pretty big, and it would tweet fairly funny things regularly, but then they just started shouting out people's OnlyFans and they get clowned all the damn time. There's a gimmick account dedicated to gimmick accounts that break character, and it's kind of funny, I won't lie to you. I don't know, you just can't get away with breaking the bit or not staying in character like you used to. I think the best example of one of these accounts that kind of petered off after literally being on top of the world was Uberfax. I don't even know if you guys know that name, but they have some 14 million followers. Some people that you follow on Twitter probably follow them as holdovers back when they were really big. But Uberfax struggles to get 50 likes on most of their tweets these days, and it is a little funny, I'm not gonna lie to you. The worst part is I would just take anything they said at face value when I was 14, and I thought that half the shit they said was real, when I'm pretty sure they made most of it up. There's one I'm reading right now that's most recent. Cheese existed before written language. That could be real. It probably isn't. I have no clue. Earth was on the other side of the Milky Way galaxy when dinosaurs lived? Is that true? I really don't know. The thing with them is that they never source their shit, so you just read it and be ooh, neat, and assume they weren't lying to you. I guess the main takeaway is that Twitter is just a much more competitive place than it used to be. If you aren't on your A game, you will get treaded over by someone who is just doing your job better. It makes it a much better, consumption experience. If you're a Twitter user, your life is infinitely better than it would be content-wise, but if you are a gimmick account trying to just get them numbers, rack them up, you need to be on your shit. My buddy Anthos runs that One Block Daily account, and he has never once missed a day, I don't think. He has stuck to his guns so well, and he has been rewarded handsomely, hand over fist for that shit. The reason that Twitter dark age ended, though, is because one day, and I remember this was the biggest story that happened that day, those 3 big accounts, Dory and the ones like it, got banned. They were just nuked off the face of the planet. I think that was when I first started actually being in the quote-unquote commentary community Twitter with all the folks I knew back then. That's when Twitter actually became about interacting with people I talked to, as opposed to just consuming brain brainless content. But that ban changed the way I use Twitter, and it was an incredible feeling to just be free from all of that. The thing is, I didn't know any better back then. I thought that's just how Twitter was. It would forever be the same as Facebook, where you're just getting like link after random link sent to you when you have no idea what is coming out, like going to come out the other side. I had the wool pulled back from my eyes, and I could truly see for the first time that there was a better way. So yeah, I'll say that Twitter's not great right now, mostly because of me. Like, have you seen my tweets? But, you know, the grass is always greener, and as shitty as it can be, I'm glad that it's at least driven more by people than it used to be. Like, holy shit. Anyways, that's all I got. Go away.